Welcome to the Horror Hangout, a podcast where film fans watch the best and worst horror movies of all time and talk about them. My name is Ben Errington. Today, we're in a slightly different place.
The same place.
We're in the same place. Confused me then. You're like, the same place. Yeah, we are. We're in the same physical space. I can reach, I can touch Andy on the shoulder. I can reach and I can touch our esteemed guest on the shoulder. I struggled with the word touch then. But Andy's here, and we're joined by a very special returning guest, and we're in his home. We're very glad to have been invited and very grateful to have been invited. Welcome to the show, Stu Freeman, horror fan, reviewer, and YouTuber. Hello.
Oh, nice to be back. Wow, it's weird to have you in my flat. It's great. It's really nice. It's great for me.
We must establish we were invited, right?
Well, on vampires who've been invited in, you may recognize the scenario and the scenery because in the last couple of Horror Hangout Christmas get-togethers, little Airbnb I have down the way, thought was going to have a 2-bedroom one this year. Just the 1-bedroom one, as is tradition. So Stu has saved us from the bad feeling of recording an episode while my wife sort of sits.
We would have been a bit
quietly.
We'd have been in the shower room. Great acoustics, right?
Amazing acoustics.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you've got the background with all my Christmas bits and bobs and like nerdy stuff, and yeah,
we have been absolutely going crazy and admiring all the nerdy stuff. There's a Magneto helmet that I may or may not have on my head at some point soon later on, maybe not during the episode. A signed Freddy Krueger glove signed by Robert Englund himself, right?
Stop and find out, Stu. Tell us the time how did this happen? When did you come into your possession?
It's not actually a great story. It belonged to one of my friends, and she sold it to me.
So, commerce.
It's a great story.
The world go around everybody, and Stu, got something really precious. Thank you.
I think we should take a photo of it and put it on the socials because it is a good one. It's a great one. But yeah, loads of stuff, not just for fans of horror, but for fans of comics, fans of movies in general, fans of games. It is a treasure trove of riches, isn't it? It's delightful.
Absolute delight. I'll have to agonizingly look at everything that I'm going to cover before I leave tonight as well.
Don't you dare even think about nicking anything.
Wouldn't then. That one of the commandments from the Imaginary Sky Man I do listen to. And if you ignore the one about coveting things.
Oh yeah, there's nothing
that I want.
There's nothing wrong with coveting a bit of oxen. I do it on a regular basis. Stu, it's been a little while since you've been on the show. How have you been?
Yeah, I've been good. Mainly haven't actually done any YouTube videos in a little while, just because I got a new job and I love it. And it's taken up a lot of my time, but it's made me really happy. So now that I'm getting a bit of work-life balance back, I'm going to get back on it. But yeah, it's nice to be back and chatting about something I actually really, really enjoyed as well.
That's good.
I did really enjoy...
What was the last thing we did?
Late Night with the Devil.
Oh yeah, Late Night with the Devil. It was just the two of us, wasn't it? Yeah. You were off for that one. I was just about to say you'll know when Stu's miserable when he starts putting out YouTube videos, but then you quickly changed it and said, "Well, actually, now I've got a bit of work-life balance back. It's fine."
No, that is true. Yeah, it takes me so long to want to be on camera, and I'm like, well, absolute shit. I'll make video, and then you can just watch me dissociate for a little while.
Videos are still doing great on YouTube, though, aren't they?
Yeah,
yours are. Yeah,
I love your. I always go into your videos one hand after you watch them on the big computer. So like any millennial doing a big job, has to be a proper laptop job because I need my phone for each of my letterbox list up to see what I'm going to add to those lists. I think the choice, the inspiration for asking you to come and join us with this one, not because we just happen to live in the Bristol area, but
I mean that's handy.
It is handy.
Yeah.
But, today's film, you've talked about one of your videos before, right?
Yeah, so I did. Well, see if anyone can pick it up. But I did 12 alternative Christmas movies video, and there isn't exactly 12 picks on there, but this is one of them basically. And I love this movie. I think it's just really ridiculously camp, quite silly, and it's just like a holiday classic for me. I love it.
Has it made it to your annual watch list for Christmas, would you say?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, my favorite Christmas movies, Batman Returns and Long Kiss Goodnight. Like I have to watch them.
Hell yeah.
So Christmas morning, it's usually the Human Fewer Christmas special. Okay.
Oh yes.
And usually try and watch Krampus as well. But absolutely love it. But yeah, this is actually like it's coming back as a regular. I think now after watching it again, I think I need to watch it every year.
It's a great choice for a Christmas film. We did Krampus last year, and I think we've made it more of a regular thing now that we are covering like Christmas movies every week in December, right? So we've got December. The lineup is And in the Apocalypse, obviously today. Then we've got Don't Open Till Christmas next week, which is a very oddball British slasher, and it's going to be a great time. Then we've got the Silent Night, Deadly Night remake following that, and then we round out the year with a big old quiz. The biggest quiz ever, because there's going to be 3 teams this time, aren't there?
I might have to have an unparalleled level of production then, so you don't end up with a 5-hour episode.
5-hour episode, yeah, exactly.
I'm
I'm looking forward to a 5-hour episode.
We're going to have to ask everybody, right, what is your one best film of the year?
Yeah. Could you give me your top 10 favourites of the year? We'll round robin it, and then we're going to do 2025 a year in review with Emma Canley at the end of the year. We usually do that first week in January. I think it's nice to do it. I think we did it first week in January just because of things like Nosferatu last year. Sliding under the door of 2024.
Things get busy at Christmas. We'll have to do an emergency bonus with just me and you.
We'll make it work, mate.
Be it.
We'll make it work, won't we? We
did have, maybe we can announce this. We'll get it scheduled for the new year. We did have an original plan for New Year's Eve episode. We've heard us talk about it recently. Ashley B. Red was going to come and join us to do Tammy and the T-Rex. We can't get our schedules to align over the festive period. So we're going to get back together, get the team together in the new year, do an episode on that.
I've just realised what it feels like sitting behind you guys like this. It feels like you two are in the car, driving, having a lovely time. I'm in the back seat, can't really hear very well because all I can hear is the music or the engine rolling. And I'm like, can I be included in this conversation, please? That's what I feel like.
Yeah, I'm not giving you the aux.
Please give me the aux cable. I want to put the And in the Apocalypse soundtrack on. I'm assuming it's on Spotify, right? It's got to be.
I've been listening to it since I was...
You have? There are some bangers on this soundtrack, right? I mean, I'm not taking anything away from it. Maybe when the film started, I was a bit like, okay, I see what I'm getting myself in for here. When the song started, I was like, oh my God, they're fantastic. It's proper catchy, but it's great. You know, some films they hire like Phil Collins or someone to do the soundtrack, the Tarzan soundtrack.
Yeah, but you need him on your bike, Phil.
Who's made these bloody songs? Why aren't they the most famous, rich and famous people in the world?
Well, this is what I don't understand, because most of the people who were in it kind of disappeared as well. I haven't seen them in other stuff.
What's going on here? There's got to be some sort of conspiracy. It is weird you looking at me as well. It is strange to kind of turn around going, yeah, well, excuse me, guys. I can't help but keep touching you both as well. I don't know why, because I feel like, remember me that I'm here.
That makes me feel grounded in the physical world.
That's good. That's what I want to do. Okay, so obviously we got lots to cover, but let's get into a little bit of horror news first. So the Horror Game Awards nominations were announced last Friday. We are attending the Horror Game Awards in person. When I say we, I mean me and my wife Charlie.
At least two of you are. I need to see if I can get a train and still.
Is it still open-ended? I'm not. I thought Andy was definitely not coming. But
let's see what's going on.
Okay. Well, you're welcome to stay in our hotel room with us if you want to sleep in the bath, or maybe at the end of the bed like a cat.
Hang on, you're staying in a normal. There'll be a cook chair, right?
There will be a cuck chair for you to sit in, and if you want, you can participate in cuckold activities.
Well, so me and you will both sit in the
chair. Yeah, exactly. We'll take it in turns sitting in the chair, and Charlie won't even be in the room. So what we got? So there are quite a few games that have got 6 nominations. Konami's Silent Hill F is one of the games that has got 6 nominations. But it's got plenty of company because it's one of 6 titles with 6 nominations. They're all happening. So we got things like The Midnight Walk, Look Outside, Repo, Karma: The Dark World, No, I'm Not a Human. They've all got these 6 nominations across 16 categories. And for the coveted, that's right, it says that, Andy. Yeah. Game of the Year, Karma, Silent Hill F, Repo, Look Outside, and No, I'm Not a Human. They're all up against one another. So yeah, that should be super, super interesting. We're really, really excited to be attending the event. Of course, it is co-hosted by friend of the show, regular guest Ash Millman. So it's going to be great to see her. I don't know if there is going to be some sort of red carpet scenario. Maybe it'll just be a red. It could be. You never know.
All the carpets in the Hologram Wars are going to be red.
I hope so. What, blood?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. Okay.
There's a little bit. Well, this is a gross. This one's sick.
This is a green one. This is the green sick carpet. Yeah, that's where you should go and walk. To be fair, I feel a little bit bad because I don't think I've played tons of horror games this year. I feel like Silent Hill F is the main horror game I've played this year, so I'm going to be rooting for it in all categories simply because I've played it. If that makes sense.
In the several categories they are included in Ben.
Oh my god, I can't believe I've forgotten this. What the hell have I done?
That's tremendously rude.
Very rude. I'm glad they're not in the room.
But they will be in our hearts during the Horror Video Game Awards. And is it 3 or 4 categories?
I think it might be 4, you know. I think it might be 4. I shared the post.
Over at Dark Rift Studios and obviously Wells Interactive developers. Then Reset up for a number of awards over there.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, it being a sort of storytelling. Well, what are we calling it? I want to say FMV game, but
it's an interactive experience.
Yeah. FMV is a bit of an old way of describing it, but it's nominated for Game of the Year, Best Developer, Best Indie Horror Game, and Best Performance.
Who in particular is down for Best Performance?
Daniel Thrace.
For our lead.
For the lead, yeah. So yeah, we're going to be rooting for Stu and Lindsay and the rest of the team. Absolutely. Sorry, it's merely because it was on the story I was reading. For some reason, Dev Reset hasn't got a mention, which I think is incredibly rude. Oh, that's right. I'm palming the rudeness off onto them. Pull your finger out, journalist. Give me a chance here.
Journalism needs its image reformed, not dragging through the dirt even more.
Exactly. What's that? Women in a game? Yuck. Crazy that people think that. Any favorite horror games this year? Stu, have you played any?
I've only played 2. I started Callisto Protocol again.
Oh yes.
I've only got about halfway through this time, but I'm really enjoying that. And it's bizarre. I've started that, and I'm really. It's my kind of horror. I'm really enjoying like the fact that it's just really kind of wacky and has loads of. I don't know. It's like it feels like a bit like Control. When Control had the
absolutely love Control. Yeah. Oh yeah.
This kind of unfolding and it's sort of I don't know, just really like strange visual place. That was my favorite. Yeah, I love it.
Awesome.
Very lax on horror game myself, so I've done Dead Reset, and then I will ask you to refresh my Apple's memory. The Polish studio that were behind the Silent Hill remake had done the one with it's like a space thing, very Dead Space, big circular domey helmets.
Like Kronos. Yeah.
Very good.
You played that?
Pretty articulate team. That was very good.
We should. Especially when we're all.
That's very good.
Yeah. Callisto Protocol, I kind of haven't picked up. I've seen it's very cheap though. Do you recommend it? What about? Is it a Dead Space thing or 2 Dead Space?
Dead Space, but I quite like the fact that it's got a lot of melee effects, so you have to get up close with them.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm enjoying it so far. I mean, they got a lot back, but
it did.
I'm pretty sure I got it when it was free on PlayStation Plus 1 month.
Yeah,
so
I think
I just got it then, and downloaded it.
I've seen it on sale everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you get it quite reasonably cheap, and then I've started but not finished it, as is the case with a lot of games recently. But I think it's one that maybe has an interesting premise, maybe get a little unstuck in the delivery and the mechanics. I think some people have been a little bit critical of the variety that's available in the mechanics, but I just think take the sensible option, turn that combat difficulty down, just get yourself through, enjoy the story, and there is a pretty good it should still be listed. They did a podcast series, like a narrative fiction audio drama prequel.
Okay.
Very good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay. Right, I'm sold. I respect both your opinions enough. Not too much, but enough so that I will go and check that out.
If it costs £10 or less.
If it costs £10 or less, I'm in for it. Talking about things that caught a lot of flack, we've got the teaser for The Strangers, Chapter 3 out now. see how the trilogy ends when the movie releases in February. I haven't actually even got around to chapter 2 yet, mainly because of the reviews, maybe because of the feedback, which was, I think a lot of people saying it was, let's say, naff. Should we say naff? Maybe not good, not enjoyable. I feel like it's a story that probably doesn't need to be stretched across 3 films. You know,
is that what they're doing? 3 films for what, her character, like her?
It's kind of like it's just continued. So if you think about like the original with Liv Tyler, the first one was pretty much a play-by-play of that, and then after that they've done the Halloween 2 where they go, and now the character awakes in a hospital, but the stranger is still trying to get her. Why wouldn't they leave her alone? For God's sake!
Of all the films, the Flash films that were going to get a remake, I did not think it was that.
No, especially like remaking it play by play to the point where like some people maybe don't even realize that it's a remake when they see certain things. They go, "Oh, yeah, the strangers, yeah. Oh, right, okay," and then they realize it's a remake.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
well, I haven't watched that.
I watched the first chapter, and I think my review at the time when we did The Strangers Chapter 1 was, the strength of this is going to lie on what parts 2 and 3 bring to the table. I was hoping to get a little bit of a mystery, because like the first one, you kind of like, right, which of these people we've seen around the town are going to be the strangers? Is it going to be the woman you were rude to at the diner? Is it going to be the woman you were rude to at the burger bar? The sheriff?
Stop being bloody rude to everyone, for God's sake. Chill out. Be nice. Be curious. Not even when you go to a new town. Just be curious in general. Anywhere in general.
All the time.
If someone's rude to you, all bets are off. All right?
Strangers, man. Stab them up.
I feel like they completely undid, because obviously that line, like, why did you do this? Oh, because you were home. Like, really, it meant so much, because it really just shows the random act of these particular crimes. But I feel like in chapter 1 and especially in chapter 2, I've heard it tries to give it more of a reason, which kind of like just doesn't really make sense, does it? For example, why have 2 of them got lovely dolly masks and one of them got a bloody bag on his head?
Told you. Just
didn't turn up.
Yeah, he was just late at the shop. Right, we're going to go get our masks today, sackhead. Call me that.
They're calling him sackhead before he even had the mask.
He loves little deep.
He loves it, mate. A burlap sack always feels like it'd be the worst thing to wear on your head as well, ever so itchy.
Yeah. It's sensory nightmare.
An
Absolute
sensory nightmare. I keep thinking that when I see any of the promo pictures for Wicked for Good. When you see old burlap sack face man, sorry if that's a spoiler, I think, yeah, that's itchy. But yeah, this is coming out in February. Did you know it's directed by Rennie Harlin, chapter 2 and 3, who directed Die Hard 2 and Deep Blue Sea? That is the reaction I want to that. That's what I want. I want a barely audible.
Love Deep Blue Sea.
Same here.
Yeah. Deep Blue Sea.
I love Die Hard 2 as well. I feel like Die Hard 2 is often overlooked, because the people will usually go, Die Hard 1's great, and so is Die Hard with Vengeance. And I go, don't forget Die Hard 2. It's fantastic.
I think you'll be all right. I mean, you don't want to be the guy that's coming in saying, "Excuse me, I've got a lot to say about
Live Free or Die Hard."
No, it's not that one. Live Free or Die Hard is Die Hard 4, which is actually all right.
Is this where
Timothy Oliphant, and I like.
Oh yeah, Justin Long.
And I like kicking that woman down the stairs.
You do
on the elevator shaft.
That's your favorite bit.
In a car, so it's not.
You also get John McClane versus Fighter Jet, right?
You do,
yeah. Which some would say is an unfair fight, but and you'd be correct, but it's in the wrong direction. It's an unfair fight.
The one that's universally bad is A Good Day to Die Hard.
Yeah, I think I've only seen that once, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, at the cinema, they got their money's worth
out. Oh, they did. There you go. That's why they made it.
What else in the news, Ben?
Okay, and the last piece of news I've got. So I thought I would bring this piece of news up and get everybody's immediate reactions. A barely audible what is also fine for this, because Twisted Serial Killer Cinematic Universe is set to launch with, and I can't believe I'm going to say these words out loud, Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy. The cinematic universe is apparently it's wrapped with Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy is being made. Mark Savage is directing this film from a script by John Doolan, who also wrote Popeye the Slayer Man. Mark Savage and the team have had a blast bringing this creepy doll to life. They just put a pair of glasses on a doll, didn't they? That's what's happened. They've put a pair of glasses on a doll. Jeffrey Dahmer aiming to launch at the European film market with Millman Productions handling sales. Ash Millman. Meanwhile, Ted Bunny plot details are being kept under wraps. How are they? Keep those cards close to your chest.
I'm so sorry. This is my absolute magnum opus. I will not be releasing a word of this script.
But
also, Ted and me and Teddy Bear is right fucking there.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that.
Teddy Bundy.
Well, the cast includes Dee Wallace, as in Mum from E.T., Mum from Cujo, and Werewolf newsreader. Can you believe it?
I can't bear.
I would say her career's gone from strength to strength with this. So let's briefly talk about this, because obviously we recently found out about that Minnie versus Winnie film. Is that right? Minnie or Mickey versus Winnie? And I'm getting to a point now.
But these are legally distinct from the Pooniverse, correct?
Yeah, legally distinct from the Pooniverse. They tried
a completely separate public domain.
It's called. They've even called the film The Dark Domain. So they've put public domain in the. This is meta beyond meta. Mickey versus Winnie, which reimagines the public domain. It reimagines the public domain versions. This has gone too far. Okay, I've said many times. This has gone too far. This has gone too far. How legally do we put a stop to it, Andy?
You
exhale
into a corner with legally. But isn't Devani Pinn, who I like? She's putting out a Betty Boot. She's behind the Betty Boot.
If it's someone we like, Andy, we will give it the time of day, and we'll give it. That's fine. If it's these people, I don't know. So let's Dark Domain, Mickey versus Winnie. The posters kind of try to do a Freddy versus Jason thing, which I feel like is actually mad. I'm going to show you both. We've kind of got, it doesn't even look like a good version of Mickey and Winnie, does it? It looks like a Mickey or a Winnie you'd see like out on a night out in Nuneaton. That's what it looks like. It's very much Nuneaton. So basically, without getting too into it, what I'm saying is this is the next step, isn't it? This is the next step of the Dark Domain stuff, is going right. Serial killers who we don't have any, no one's, I'm assuming the rights to all serial killers, where do they land? Nowhere.
Well, they're not allowed to make any money from their crimes, so they can't, even if they're alive, they can't sue them.
Yeah.
They deserve some of the money. I mean, I guess you really got the business brain turning, Ben. I think legally, the families of the victims probably have the best hope of saying, "Fuck you, stop."
Yeah.
But the only way I can think otherwise to legally stop this from happening then is for our creative minds to work and put together an in bad taste public domain / real serial killers / Gollies horror film so good that anyone else thinking of it gives up.
Finally, a plan I can get my teeth into. Something that,
I think what other serial killers can you quit? If we exhaust the list of all serial killers and what toys or things they could be, so we've said them first.
I feel like I don't want to say anything that's in terrible taste, but list of serial killers by number of victims comes up first. Yeah. What could Fred West be? Ted West. Ted West. We're gonna have a teddy bear in there. Ted West. But to be fair, we've already said this. The Southwest accent is underrepresented in film, especially horror villains.
Yeah.
I know we got James McAvoy in See No Evil. He was doing was he doing like a sort of Cornwall thing?
Cornwall accent.
Yeah. Let's get Ted West in there.
Yeah.
All right. I had nothing to do with it, Rose. That sort of stuff.
I mean, how long has Sooty been going now? Because you could have Peter Sooty for.
Peter Sutcliffe. Oh my god! What? Not bloody Peter Sutcliffe. What's his name? The guy in
Myra Hindley's dressed as Sue Bear.
Yeah, that's what we get. Sue Bear, Sooty, Peter Sooty, and what's the other one called?
Sweetweed. He's a dog. They can't play it.
He's a dog. Don't do bad things. They're all lovely. These guys.
He'd be the police, and then he eventually brought them to justice.
Yeah.
He'd be the goodies. Yeah.
Oh. To be fair, a lot of these serial killers I've never heard of, so clearly they were not worth. Oh, Harold Shipman. Harold
Skipman, and he's on a skipping rope the whole time.
I mean, that's bottom of the barrel stuff there, Andy, but I like it. I like how quick you were. But Harold Skipman, I mean, essentially what we're saying is these films, bad taste, and we're going to turn up to watch them also now. I mean,
no, how low this barrel goes.
Yeah. Any interest in that, Stu?
I don't know. I'm really invested in the food. I'm not going to lie. So
God, feel terrible now. But Mickey versus Winnie isn't even in the Pooniverse, is it? So that can get fucked.
What a rip-off.
What a bloody rip-off. We did do a lovely interview with the star of Bambi the Reckoning, didn't we?
Yes. Yeah, that was really... have you seen Bambi the Reckoning?
That's one of the few that I haven't seen Popeye now.
Is Popeye in the Pooniverse? Or is Popeye like a bit of a... I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I've not seen that one either. Popeye the Slayer Man. Not. What about the David, the Terrifier actor dude who was playing the...
He is
Steamboat Willie. That's not related either.
No.
It's confusing, all this stuff. The Dark Domain.
Someone's nan at Christmas time. He sent it to a local branch of game.
To buy the PlayStation 5. With all the Jesus games on it.
Transporters.
Oh, I mean, talking about it, I'll tell you, this gives me another great piece of news to discuss, actually, is there's a documentary coming out about the studio that makes all of the, like, rip-off movies.
The Asylum?
The Asylum. So Predator Wastelands, Transmorphers, whatever else. There's a documentary coming out, and it's being distributed by Umbrella Entertainment, which I mentioned already while I was admiring Stu's lovely shelf. There's a documentary coming out about that. I think it's called Mockbuster.
Okay. I mean, the Umbrella are fantastic. So, like, the special editions that I've got from them are incredible. I've got the Massive Birds and Tango special edition. So...
Hell yeah. Mockbuster, an upcoming Australian documentary that dives into the Asylum, the BU movie studio, best known for the Sharknado franchise.
There was a brief time before Twitter turned to a hellhole and we got out of Dodge that one of the big producers out the Asylum followed us with it.
Oh yeah,
probably trying to get him ready to commission us for New Year's Eve.
I hope so. Yeah, and I like how you say followed us for a bit, which means followed us. I thought you were going to say followed us and then it unfollowed us. Yeah, we are still on Twitter actually, aren't we?
Oh yeah, not gone.
You're not because
down.
You're not because you're a bloody anarchist. We are still on there, but we don't use it as much as other platforms. That's it for news. What we've been watching, anything we've seen in the last 7 days, or for you, Stu, seeing as you're not on the show every week, a little bit further back than that, have you seen anything horror related since the last time we were on the show that has maybe threatened your top 10 of the year, potentially? Maybe?
I will say this, I missed a lot of this year's horror movies at the cinema, so what I usually do when that happens is wait a little while, go into HMV and just buy a massive stack of like DVDs or Blu-rays and just watch them all. So all of your like heavy hitters like Weapons, Bring Her Back, like Matugan, I've watched them all in the past month. Everything from this year.
Any biggies so far? What's really stuck with you so far?
I loved Weapons. Gladys, what a diva. Like, absolutely love Gladys, and very happy that there's going to be a prequel. And can't stop thinking about Bring Her Back. Just the horrible, gnarly, like, teeth stuff with the little kid biting everything was just, it's disgusting. So,
yeah. There are some seriously great, gnarly moments in that. The thing that stuck with me the most from Bring Her Back is someone getting hit by a car, which was like the most believable anyone getting hit by a car ever, where you're like, oh my God, she's dead. She was.
Yeah, she was literally like smushed against another car as well. And it was, it was brutal. But I mean, for some reason, that whole film just stuck with me. I couldn't stop thinking about it. And then I ended up watching it with some more friends the following week. And noticing all the different things that about the ritual and everything that you don't see the first time. So
A good one to watch with friends because you can watch their face react to the particular
That
gnarly
little
bits
lad
you've already
biting the knife, or
do you fancy a little bit of melon? No, not the knife. What's wrong with you?
or for me, the big thing that stuck with me, a beloved actor making you think you've gone mad by pissing your pants for you every night.
Oh yeah,
Stop wetting the bed for him.
someone's been doing that to me for years. All right, and I'll find out who it is one day, whether it's Sally Hawkins or Jim Broadbent or another beloved actor. They've been pissing my pants on.
Oh, fucking hell, I'm sick of this. Sally Hawkins has been pissing my bed for me every night.
Yeah, and the sucker punch as well. Sucker punching the blind girl.
Oh yeah, going into bed like
Absolutely out of order.
spritz a little bit of his aftershave around.
Yeah. It was undoubtedly him. I think we're spoiling a lot of stuff. What we're saying is go and watch Bring It Back if you haven't seen it because it's up there, isn't it? Anything else? Anything else recently at all? Stu?
No, I've been trying to get into some more horror TV shows, and obviously started Stranger Things. I'm 3 episodes into the final season. It's going well. Couldn't get into. Is it Welcome to Derry? The It's prequel. Yeah. Watched the first 2 episodes and I kind of made it through a little bit of the 3rd episode, and then realized that I was just on my phone for the whole thing, and it's just not grabbing me. I don't know what you guys feel about it, but
I feel like with Welcome to Derry, they've really delayed the appearance of Pennywise, but now he's appeared. Apparently, in the next episode, episode 6, maybe we get a lot of prequel. A lot of the prequel stuff is really good, with like history of Derry and all these things, and then now we get a little bit of history of the Bob Gray human guy, and then the Pennywise character. I feel like it's getting better. I feel like they established the world with a couple of episodes, but now they've really gone into it. And Dick Halloran gets a focus on in maybe episode 5, gets to do a bit of his shining stuff.
He was doing that on 4, I think. I haven't seen 5 yet. And number 4 is when he goes into the Mind Palace and does some stories.
Mind Palace. It's good. I like it, and it feels like that thing that connects the Stephen King universe. Did you see Castle? What's it called? Castle
Rock.
Castle Rock. Obviously, that's got a lot of the Stephen King universe stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think maybe I just need to give it another go and just watch some of the rest of it. But for some reason, those first 2 episodes just didn't.
I know what you mean. The first 2 episodes were weird because they kind of like established a group of characters and then got rid of them.
Yeah,
which is weird.
Exactly. Yeah,
it was kind of like okay, these are the characters we're going to be spending time with. Okay, we're going to get to know this person and that person and their relationship.
All eaten by a horrible baby.
All eaten by a horrible baby, which is it's just weird because I feel like those characters are on the posters as well.
Yeah.
So
and it was something where I was like, actually, I want to see as little of this as possible going into it, so I didn't really watch the trailers or anything like that, and wanted to love it because I really liked chapter 1 and chapter 2. I don't know, this something that didn't grab me. I'm thinking about it, the other series that I am deep into, which is basically almost real life horror, is Handmaid's Tale.
Oh yeah, awesome.
It's a little bit too close to reality at the minute, but it is it's terrifying in a very different way. I'm loving it.
Stranger Things 5. I think I've seen 2 episodes so far. But you're enjoying it. Did you need the recap?
I did need a bit of a recap just because so much happened in season 4, and every episode of season 4 was like an hour and a half or something.
Yeah,
so 18 years ago.
Yeah, it was. They're so old. I was like, oh yeah, okay. Well, 11's somehow got her lips done in between seasons 4 and 5.
This guy's got crow's feet.
Yeah, like gender affirming care for minors in Hawkins. That's what it's all about. But like, I don't know. They just look so old now. They should not be in high school, but I'm enjoying it. It's nice to see like Vecna coming back, and I don't know. I want to see where they go with it, but it's just it does feel like a sort of, I don't know, like a warm blanket. Like it's nice that it's come back.
I do like the characters, and it is a warm blanket in terms of the characters. I feel like the plot so far is a little bit convoluted. I feel like it's going, oh, we've also got this happening, and also this, and this is kind of a. I know Stranger Things has lent into other famous media a lot. I get that. I feel like it's doing it even more so now. I did need the recap, and it did reignite my interest in it a little bit, just because I'd kind of the ship had sailed for me. But I feel like so far I'm watching it with my daughter as well, so it feels like a nice thing for us to enjoy together. as well, without me kind of like, I just shut up and watch it. I don't go, well, actually, I think you'll find.
We all were dressing as Ghostbusters.
yeah.
The kids in that, obviously, given the time that's moved on, they were dressed as Ghostbusters no time ago. Now they'll be in the era where they'll be chanting He-Man instead.
yeah, they would. He-Man, we want He-Man. But yeah, it's pretty good. Have you seen any of it yet?
No, I will start Stranger Things when we get back from these here travels that I'm currently on around the country doing some visiting. I'll start it when we get back.
I do also find, and I've said this before, and I've definitely said this to my mum, and she hates me for it, and she always goes, "You're so wrong."
That's why you're a disappointment.
I feel like 11 is the least interesting character, and she gets so much to do, and I feel like she is just like she's got so much plot armor, and I feel like the whole show's got plot armor because of her, because it's like no matter what happens, she'll just point her hand and scream and have a nosebleed, and it'll all go away.
Now, come on, Ben, be fair. That time she had to hold 2 hands up.
She's already had a nosebleed. She had a nosebleed. She had a nosebleed in the very first episode, and I was like, surely she's bloody learned how to control this already.
Get that cauterized.
Get that bloody cauterized immediately.
You know a doctor.
You've had your lips done. Get your nose cauterized for fuck's sake.
Will she have to at some point, like, because this is the big boss, will she have to put a leg up? Maybe.
Why is Vecna
open her mouth to do a beam
why
out
is
of that
Vecna
as well?
still knocking about anyway? Did he just like did he do a Michael Myers where he just like got knocked down and then disappeared?
Well, I thought he had been defeated, and then obviously at the very, very end, they were looking into the sky and they were like, "Oh no, he's back!" It's like, well, pow, we just
he's
watched
in the
him
bloody
explode.
sky now.
Yeah.
Somehow Vecna has returned.
Yeah.
And what happened with the Mind Flayer? What happened with that?
They
Vecna
obliterated him at the end of thing. What I hope to see in this series is, I'm assuming because it's always been tied back to D&D monsters, I need to see the guy who was Vecna being into D&D. Otherwise, how has he created all these monsters in a shapeless void that is the Upside Down?
Yeah.
I've been thrown into this shapeless dimension which I can magic and I can create with my mind powers, and the only thing that's come with me is this D&D monster manual.
Yeah.
Like
Linda Hamilton is in this as well, which I think is good. I always felt like this with TV shows where we have an established big bad, though, established main villain who's not like Vecna or anything like that. Where were they in season 1 to 4?
That's right.
Why are they so?
What were they doing?
What were they doing? Why are they so powerful now? Why are we like, oh god?
She hasn't. Guess what? She's not got much to do, to be fair. And the 3 episodes that I've watched, she's not got much to do.
I always feel like that with TV shows. I feel like it a lot because a lot of the time when you sort of beat your main villain at the end of season 1, you do have to introduce a second villain, and it always never quite sits right with me. Which is why I appreciate keeping a villain like Vecna. I appreciate that, but at the same time, it's still confusing as to why they're alive.
Is the Mind Flayer the boss of Vecna, or is Vecna the boss of the Mind Flayers?
I think it's that. Yeah, the latter.
I think it's the latter. As far as I'm aware, is it all going to be a dream though? Is it all going to be a big game of D&D at the end?
Oh Jesus!
And it's going to go back, and what's his chops is going to be their beloved actor in the new Human Torch, whose name is
Joseph Quinn.
Joseph Quinn, very good.
Yeah.
Passed the test.
Well, because I thought, look,
Barb, obviously she's going to be alive,
and they'll have never-ending story on, and they'll de-age those kids to be in it.
They've already de-aged people. Have they de-aged Winona?
No,
No.
as far as I've seen. But obviously they
de-aged Will.
Will, yeah,
which was weird. It was kind
of
of weird. It was all right though. I don't think it was absolutely terrible.
You've been able to look David Harbour in the eye.
yeah. I've been looking at him in the eye, going, "Let's have a look at your pussy palace, then, please, David. Let's have a look."
How could you?
I feel like Hopper is very much like just there, isn't he? Like he gets lots to do, but
well, you say that 11's got like the plot armor. I mean, he is now all of a sudden military trained.
That's true.
And going around like some kind of like a super soldier.
Yeah.
So I do feel like both of those characters now have been sort of souped up to a point where nothing can really defeat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. I agree. I feel
As
like
long as you bring back the Sean Astin, if you're bringing everyone else back and it being D&D at the end.
I was thinking, and again, I don't want to throw. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I think there is a moment towards the end of episode 2 where it's like, oh, there's a mysterious character. Who could it be? And I was like, well, it's obviously going to be this character, and then it was. And I hate when TV shows are a bit like that because I'm like, well, that's a bit too obvious for my liking. Make it someone a little bit different.
Oh, I wonder if we'll see any of the other superpower lads that
Yeah,
were
I
in
think that's
season 2 for a day.
I've read a lot about those people and potentially being in it.
What, from the random episode that everyone hates?
Yeah, where she runs away and she meets up with
They're all
a
dressed.
punk band.
They meets up with like
they've all
Susie and the
got some-
Banshees.
Yeah, I mean, bring them back. I thought they were great, but everyone else hated that episode.
Yeah, I will
think
die on the hill defending the following. That punk band from one episode of season 2 of Stranger Things, and from the Book of Boba Fett, those Power Rangers lads that he makes friends with that have their own little scooters and stuff.
Oh yeah, well, one
the
of them
best
did a spin.
characters.
Isn't one of them Sophie Thatcher?
Yeah. I think she bloody is.
You know when Stu did a barely audible what? That's 0 out of 10. 10 is you doing a really high. Yeah. Maybe
I don't
that's
even
why.
know that. It's just that in my heart it tells me it is.
It is Sophie Thatcher. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, there we go. That's Stranger Things. I guess the only other thing I watched was Begonia, which I've already mentioned. The movie.
Favorite cough medicine.
Begonia. Which is
that the theme tune for the
new? I'll tell you what, the
burst through a big wall.
The soundtrack is proper, like really, really dramatic, but in a really good way. Yorgos Lanthimos is his new movie with Emma Stone. Emma Stone's obviously his favorite, and she's great in this. She gets her head shaved and gets covered in E45 cream.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good for the scalp.
Good for the
After
scalp.
you shaved it, make sure you don't get any shaving rash.
Jesse Plemons is great as well. And I think it's a good like it's a good commentary on conspiracy and how media can potentially bend that, shape those young malleable minds into conspiracy theorists. But it's great. It was really good. I liked it. I haven't seen Kinds of Kindness because I think he did he released 3 films really quickly, a bit similar to Oscar Perkins. But I need to watch Kinds of Kindness because, of course, after Poor Things and now Begonia, I bet he's got a great Emma Stone trilogy going on there.
Prior to seeing the film, Ben, currently, what is your favourite kind of kindness?
My favourite kind of kindness is just compliments.
Yeah?
Yeah, just a nice compliment. I like your glasses, Stu. Andy, I like your nipples.
Oh, thanks.
Because you can see them.
It's winter. Should wear a double layer.
Nothing wrong with that. No, I think you should keep people guessing. You should keep people on their toes. I can see those nipples, and I know he's aroused.
Can he not? Spirals into existential crisis.
Yeah, compliments, favorite kind of kindness. I think. Well, to be fair, you don't want to overdo it. The compliments. Make sure
Comes across as insincere.
Make sure they're sincere and make sure they're relevant. Because I think if you fly in there with a compliment with someone and you've just met them, you'll see insincere or like a pervert.
Yeah.
Maybe both.
What I like to throw when I'm giving a compliment, especially if it involves someone's appearance, is not your value, but
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
not your value, but that hat suits
That's
you.
a good one to undermine them.
Just saying, there's more to you.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Have you got a favorite kind of kindness? I feel like you're gonna add one.
Giving someone food is a nice kind
I like
of kindness.
that. That's good. I like that. Low and Slow Barbecue gave us some food in exchange for money, which isn't necessarily the kind of kindness I want. But giving someone food is good. I think that is
Edible kindness.
edible kindness. Exactly. I'll tell you what my favorite
Candy
kind
floss
of
of
kindness
life.
is. Giving someone a Magneto helmet when they've told you they like the look of it. letting them leave with it.
The tiny one or the one that fits on your head?
I like them both. I mean,
if next episode Ben is just like never mentions it, but from all episodes going forward, Ben is wearing a Magneto helmet.
I would rock it. Stu, I'm surprised you don't rock it like on a day-to-day basis because it's cool.
I have done the washing up with the Magneto helmet on. It doesn't fit me, but I have done it.
To make sure Charles can't read his thoughts.
Yeah.
Stu, you've not washed the glasses first. They'll taste of sage and onion sausages. Next time a nice arborino in those.
Oh man, Andy, have you seen anything in the last
while I've been on the
7
road, Ben,
days.
I have made a little bit of time. I finished watching Upgrade, and I continued to enjoy it. And I think overall, very good. You are absolutely right, Ben. It is the Venom movie we deserved.
It is a great Venom film. It really is.
The best Venom film we deserve. It is to Venom movies what The Incredibles is to Fantastic Four ones. Unofficially the best one.
Absolutely.
But yesterday I was visiting some friends, and it's some friends we always like to watch a horror movie with. We always like to get together every Christmas. So we chose a film to watch with them from a pile of Christmas horror movies they had shortlisted, and we watched 2018's, I believe. Might be able to pull up the cast list for me, Ben. Killer Christmas.
Killer Christmas 2018. Have I heard of this?
It might be later than 2018. Let's have a look.
2017's Killer Christmas. A group of friends go to cut down Christmas trees, with permission, I hope.
Oh yeah, it's at a Christmas tree chopping down place.
Where an abandoned hotel near a Christmas tree, only to find themselves being murdered one by one by someone in a Santa mask.
I hate it when you find yourself being murdered one by one.
Oh bloody! I can't believe I'm being bloody murdered.
Not all at once.
What I will say is, it has the true spirit of independent horror, low budget films in there that we love on this show. I love it ever so much when a person that stars in the movie was also the writer, director, producer, costume designer. It was their legal offices where the casting took place. I love it, but it is fundamentally terrible. It should be a short film because
I was going to say the reviews here: killer waste of time, no flow, invalid storyline.
Oh, it is. It does.
That's harsh as fuck.
It does.
Valid.
It does.
Or is it invalid storyline? Which one?
That's basically giving something just a thumbs down. Not even saying anything, just thumbs down.
Yeah, this storyline is just
sad face.
Is invalid.
It is incredibly slow to get going. What I like is whenever the killer is about to do a murder, it puts on like some choral singing, some like kids going la 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 la
Nice.
la, and it does that. At several moments, you hear like whispered voices in the character's ear to imply there are ghosts. There are no ghosts.
What was it just like their inner monologue?
All the characters, it's never explained or touched upon at all. Just sometimes there is whispering. Sometimes it feels like they're running in circles around a single like house. But the Santa mask is creepy, and there's one shot redeems the movie for me a great deal, and it's just literally there's obviously a long corridor in the set they had, and some poor cameraman is doing some incredibly smooth backpedaling as these fundamentally quite unlikable people who you'd hope would all be the first to be murdered having an argument about how they don't believe that this is really a big load of murders going on.
It's a conspiracy, mate.
And as they're walking down this very, very long corridor, like a big like West Wing walk and talk that they're doing, you see the killer just walking slowly behind them in this thing. Really, really, like it is from a different film, in all honesty. Even
they had a guest director in for that one.
Even the little bit where the other little shot I'll give a nod to is there is a moment where they're going around shining their torches, ever so lovely, as two groups of characters on different sides of the door. You get a nice close with a keyhole and a light coming through it. I'll pay that out, Ben.
Yeah.
I will mark up quality where it's there.
Not invalid storyline.
Oh, the storyline is absolutely invalid. All horrible, horrible people go into things, and they just have really contrived reasons to go in there because this group of likable and relatable friends, basically, their rule. You've all been in groups of friends that become toxic over time, I'm sure. They play a thing where they say game, and then after you say game, that basically means whatever fucked up thing you suggest next is a thing that we're going to do, even if it sounds not fun or dangerous or bullshit and you don't want to do it. And for example, one time when they're chopping down Christmas trees, it's like one of the characters, who's a bitch to everybody, has like a playbook. And she like goes, game. And everyone goes, okay, game. He goes, frolic, pair off and go cop off with someone in the woods. I'm going to go with my boyfriend, obviously. See you later. And just just go and do that. Don't force everyone else you with. Some of them who've only just met each other
to frolic.
Yeah, go frolic. And the other thing we picked out was we were trying to watch this as a normal film. Final thing I'll say on this, there was a bit. It's like, I reckon this guy at the tree cutting down forest is going to be the murderer, and the new guy in their friend group is going to be. He's going to be on it with them because they look the same. Like they could be father and son. They are not related in the story at all. But in real life, they are father and son.
Well, there we go. So you wrote a better storyline than the actual film.
Yeah. So, Killer Christmas.
Killer Christmas. Some films that are recommended alongside Killer Christmas here. We've got a film called Were Deer.
the Were Deer.
Some sort of werewolf Rudolph.
Looks like Batman.
Sick for Toys. That's got a slightly lower rating than Were Deer. I can see you trying to look, Stu, but you don't
Your neck
don't
doesn't
deserve
work
it.
like that.
You don't deserve it, but I'll show you Were Deer. There we go. Were Deer, Sick for Toys, Santa Sleigh, Silent Night. Santa Sleigh, I think. Is that the one with Goldberg?
That's the Goldberg one, I
The
think.
Goldberg one. That should probably be one that we do eventually. They all look bloody AI. And there was another one. So Secret Santa was another one. But
Are you sick for toys, Ben?
Am I sick for a toy? Oh, I don't even know what that means. What does that mean? Break it down. Toys are sick? Are you sick for toys? Excuse me? I couldn't possibly say.
Sick for toys. If I was writing sick for toys, Ben, and I'm not, unfortunately, that was a job reserved for.
Well, you're going to make me scroll back now. I haven't even clicked on the actual IMDb page.
Don't read the plot. I'm going to tell you what I write.
James Andrew Oyster.
So, James Andrew Oster, not Oyster.
Easy for you to say.
James Andrew Oster was the person that wrote it. It wasn't me.
Oh, I'm Chloe Jade Sky. Sorry, there's two people.
If I was to even dare to try and have the power of two and write sick for toys, I would make it about someone who's got like not Munchausen, that's when you think someone else has got it, but is making up that you've got an illness so you can go to hospital and get given the toys that they send in for sick poorly weans at Christmas.
That's exactly what it's about.
Is it?
No.
What do they say it's about? It's going to be inferior.
It's so generic. It's so generic. It just says
they get their comeuppance.
There's a Christmas killer. You know, they find themselves being murdered by someone. It looks like a Hallmark movie, but you know, maybe that's a good thing. Anyway, anything else you've seen? Have you seen a Friday the 13th this week?
Not Friday the 13th this week, Ben.
No.
I'll get back on it in the new year.
Get back on it in the new year. But we have all seen one movie, a festive British Christmas musical zombie film. How delightful. Yep, so that's the film of the week. Anna and the Apocalypse, a 2017 British Christmas musical zombie film directed by John McPhail from a screenplay by Alan McDonald and Ryan McHenry. It's based on a BAFTA-nominated zombie short. It's called Zombie Musical. It stars an ensemble cast including Ella Hunt, Malcolm Cumming, Sarah Swire, Christopher Leveaux, Marli, and story-wise, we have got a zombie apocalypse threatens the sleepy town of Littlehaven at Christmas, forcing Anna and her friends to fight, slash, and sing their way to survival. I think singing's optional. Is singing used in this film? It's not really used as conversation. They're almost like inner monologues.
Yeah, it's their feelings, isn't it? It's more like what they're trying to say to people. A little bit like the Buffy musical.
Yeah, it's pretty good though, because I think you get an insight into some of the characters through song, especially like what's his name? What's the villain's name? Paul? Is it Paul Kaye? That the comedian? Especially.
Yeah. Who was Hoover in Spaced?
Paul Kaye, yeah.
Dennis Pennis himself.
Dennis Pennis himself, yeah, I was going to say. Dennis Pennis himself. I think, yeah, because him as a character could be a bit one-dimensional. But I think when he starts singing things, there's a couple of little touches, actually. We'll get into it.
I'm learning more already. Like, Stu, we've spent moments with you talking about this film already. Never really appreciated that the songs in this, and indeed Disney musicals, were people's inner feelings rather than like, people just sing in some worlds. They get on with it. Because, yeah, it's unusual that they don't necessarily recognise that. Remember that song we just did about this?
Yeah.
To really help us get on board.
Because I feel like it takes you out sometimes in some musicals. Not all, but in some musicals, when everybody joins in and everyone sings and dances, you're a bit like, give it a rest.
Just find the Phantom of the Opera, why don't you?
But yeah, I guess with this, but yeah, Stu, what is your relationship with this film? You said that this is a festive favorite now.
Yeah, I was actually looking for more movies to go on my alternative Christmas list. I'm not gonna lie. When I was making the YouTube video, I was like, I've got about 7 or 8, and I wanted to make more. And then I just went into a bit of a rabbit hole of watching loads of festive movies, and then stumbled across this. And all I could see, I think, with the image was her holding the giant sort of bloody candy cane. I was like, yeah, I'll watch this, and then didn't realize it was a musical until I started watching it, and that sold me basically. Big old camp musical, love it.
Big old camp musical, but some really, really solid songs, some really well written characters, some really sad moments, so it really tugs on the heartstrings. Like,
this doesn't pull. It really doesn't pull back and get right. Even though this is a musical, it's not going to be a real simple Disney ending here for them, is it?
It's set in Scotland as well, isn't it?
I was straight on board. I'd already lived up here. I was living in Scotland by the time I first watched this a couple of years ago. I was like, hey up. Local lads.
IMDb 6.1 out of 10, Rotten Tomatoes 77% critic score, 64% audience score, Letterboxd 3.1 out of 5. Some choice reviews. Le Shrek says it's what it is. Glee versus Zombies. What I hoped it was for. Shaun of the Grease. Glad it wasn't. 28 High School Musicals later. I mean, 3.5 stars. I think they liked it. George Carmy says, what an absolute joyride. 98 minutes of exciting, fast-paced, brutal zombie fun. The musical numbers are a hit, and Ella Hunt was a gem. 3.5 stars. Kim says, I don't like Christmas. Sorry, I didn't mean to add that.
That's what you sound like, Kim.
I don't like Christmas. They've already said, I don't like Christmas, zombie movies or musicals. How the fuck am I obsessed with this Christmas zombie musical?
Oh, Kim's turned it around, folks.
Kim has turned it around. 4 stars. And then Ram says, when it comes to killing zombies, I'm the top of my class. And then the little emoji with the fingernails being painted. 3.5 stars.
For a general in the Locust Army, Ram really likes a musical. Well done, Ram.
Exactly, loves a musical. I think I'm the same. Like, I think obviously I like zombie movies. Musicals, I'm pretty lukewarm on. A few I kind of like, but I wouldn't say they ever sort of are my favorite films. I like Christmas movies to a degree, but I think I like alternative Christmas movies mostly.
Hot Frosty
films. Come again?
Hot Frosty.
Oh yeah, is that the one with the?
You can say I did.
Yeah. I remember you telling us about this. You watched it last year, didn't you?
Watched it last year.
It's a film about a stripper, a male
No,
stripper.
it's just about a magic scarf that brings a handsome snowman to life.
So it's nothing to do with stripping.
No.
Bloody hell! I misremembered that completely. Hot Frosty. Is what that miss? I thought you were confusing it with Mr. Frosty. Then obviously the British Christmas toy.
The fella that said from who makes
wanted.
drinks for everyone, pour the ice under his hat, turn the handle just like that, squirt the flavour that you like. Lollies. That's nice. That Mr. Frosty. Is that you talking about?
I mean, it is, but I never anticipated you to recite that word for word.
Once again, everyone, I must remind you that some of my cousins have children whose names I could not pull for £1 million. But I do remember word for word.
Do you? I always think about
a core memory. That's actually taken me right back to my childhood, and it's kind of depressing that I never got a Mr. Frosty.
I never did either. I never had one, so you're fine, Stu. That's another way we can bond.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, now thinking about it, go and buy one now with my adult money.
Yeah. You can go buy one now. I always think about stuff like this. I think, is someone out there still using one of them, like, regularly? Does someone go and crack on the Mr. Frosty, like, every day of their lives?
Yeah. Frozen margaritas.
Frozen margs all around.
Yeah. What I like about the ice slush that you would get from Mr. Frosty is that it is just the sharp blades that will be given to a child. So you don't get, like, a real fine powdered, like a slush puppy consistency. You get quite hefty shards of ice. While we're trading traumas, though, I can say, recognizing privilege here, I did have a Mr. Frosty.
Oh, yeah, like that, is it?
Right. No, but...
Private school. Private school trust fund. Summer vacation home.
Swing ball in the back garden. Here he is.
No, I did have a Mr. Frosty, but... Still might get it. As a child that grew up within the area, I grew up in Tamworth of all places. Have I been to see Gladiators being filmed? No, I have bloody not. Every other child in my postcode, they've all been.
Bloody hell,
The
mate.
police would take you off the streets.
Again, you can go with your adult money.
See Gladiators?
Yeah, you can go and see
It's a BBC film. You can go for free.
You can go and see what's her name, Sable.
Saber.
Saber.
As if he doesn't know. Oh, who's that woman paragliding in Piranha 3D? Never heard of her before. She's been in anything else?
Let's bring up the old filmography. Oh, don't remember that one.
I've not seen any of these other films.
I've not seen any of these other films. What are you on about? I usually skip this part. Sable. No, Saber.
Yeah.
Saber.
I can go and see Gladiators now, just like you can buy a Mr. Frosty. Christmas is coming.
That's true.
Christmas is coming. We need a Mr. Frosty. What were we saying?
I think you brought Mr. Frosty up.
Oh yeah, this film. Right, this film. So yeah, I mean everyone in the cast is good. You know, it's a lot of unknowns, and I guess like a pretty low budget film. It doesn't say what the budget is here. In the box office, it made about $675,000. But you know, for everyone involved, I think everyone is good.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
I think Steve, you were saying that quite a lot of the cast we didn't see going into any other things.
I was quite surprised that having rewatched it a couple of days ago, I haven't seen them in anything else really, and I kind of feel like the main girl reminds me of the singer that was in the TV series Smash. If anyone's ever seen that, like a sort of adult version of Glee, but not an adult version of Glee, just like a grown-up version.
She reminded me of a young Michelle Keegan, I would say.
Yes.
How he looks at me like that. Yeah,
No,
pretty good.
no, just no notes. Then
No notes.
a fair observation. What is the last name of her dad? Mark is his first name.
Mark Benton.
Mark Benton.
Yeah, we
obviously,
recognise
who
him.
many of us will originally have encountered as the brand new customers only man from those nationwide adverts.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! Yeah.
Now obviously does a phenomenal turn in gentle television watching experience. Shakespeare and Hathaway. I would also recommend that as a
okay.
private detective. Delightful. So Mark Benton's always good to see on screen.
And then Paul Kaye obviously is the villain. Is great, but you know the supporting cast are all good. People who are like knobheads are good at playing knobheads. People who are like lovely friend zone friend with a lovely jumper.
And
He's good.
what's his name? Is that something coming?
Malcolm Cumming. Something coming. Is it?
Is he related to Alan?
Alan Cumming? He might be. He's got no Wikipedia page.
Wow.
His text is black, not blue, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a shame.
Gutted. Any standouts in this film for you, Stu?
I mean, the musical numbers are great, but I think my favorite bit is the bit where they're walking with the paddling pool on top of their head. I don't know why. I just find it really cool. I just quite like that bit.
She says, "There's an old woman sitting on my face," and I'm like, "Well, she's kind of just on the back of your head."
On the back of your head.
On the back of your head.
Yeah.
And then as a wee, which goes to show that even zombies, when nature calls, because remember you get that in any films, do we? Don't get zombies having a piss.
Thinking that. Have we ever seen a zombie take a piss or
No, I don't think we never have. Do we need more of that?
It's the natural voiding of the bowels as death takes
the
the body,
right.
maybe.
That seems to happen. Yeah, they get rid of it all. They flush themselves out, and then they don't take on any more sustenance. Oh, actually, they do. Of course, they do.
Yeah,
Blood and guts and brains and shit.
Yeah, that's why zombie films are fundamentally unbelievable. Zombies would need to take a shit.
Exactly. But yeah, so it's Christmas time. So we'll talk a little bit about the cast as we go through and introduce certain characters. But it's Christmas time in Little Haven, Scotland. Seems like a nice place to live, doesn't it? Anna Shepherd is about to finish school. She plans to travel for a year before going to university, and she tells her dad that, and her dad reacts in not a very nice way. And it's obvious there at this point that that the mum is no longer around.
Yeah.
Right? He's pretty mean in this moment, isn't he?
He's pretty mean, and especially as I think maybe times have changed since the release of this film. But I would say it was fairly standard even now that people would choose to go traveling for a year before they went to university.
Gap year.
Gap year. And it's not the end of the world. I mean, I guess Anna wouldn't have done that. She'd have said it gap year normally and would have picked some bloody fruit like the rest of us to be able to fund such a thing.
I just go, oh, do what you want, innit? When it's established quite soon, obviously Anna is the main character, but also her best friend John, who is an artist, is secretly in love with her. This should be what the film revolves around. I feel like it's dropped maybe at a convenient part in the film, which kind of disappointed me.
I actually like it. I like the fact because I was expecting it. I was expecting the whole like, oh yeah, they're obviously going to get together at the end, and I like the curveball. I actually prefer it.
Not to dogpile you, Ben. But...
well, at least before you agree, let me at least say what I mean.
Can't help being wrong.
Can't help being wrong, but the main thing, I think the main thing I have is that the character that she does end up with isn't someone who we're established to care about enough. He's established as being a bit of a knobhead.
I think, Ben, treat it a bit like you would a Strangers remake. You've got to let these things see how they play out. I think had there been
maybe I didn't...
an Anna in the Afterlife, had there been a sequel to this, we could have seen his character redeem himself. You should like him, Ben. He has to kill his dad like Steve Burnside in Resident Evil Code Veronica.
Veronica.
Didn't even need a minute.
Steve Burnside with his golden Lugers.
Yeah.
I would say, I don't mind it not being a secret, a love story at its heart. She can easily say, "I don't see you like that." But I feel like these were the two main characters I wanted to see survive. I feel like him dying the way he did was maybe a little.
No, I did like him. Yeah, and it is disappointing how quickly he goes out. But I think we all need a bit more in the modern world, as if people are edging towards taking the fact that someone only sees you as a friend. If you can choose to be heroically killed rather than becoming a big old incel,
or how about
and turning against women,
or maybe you'd rather die than be friend zoned. That's basically what you're saying. You'd rather die than be.
No, I'd rather die than be someone who becomes defined by being. Just move on.
How about we've got these two central characters who survived the whole film, and they're just friends.
All right.
It was maybe my problem is not the fact that they didn't get together. That's not my problem. My problem was that he died and this other guy took his place as the main character alongside her.
And then he whispers, because they could have made it work over time. Once all the other love interests were dead, then his moment would have come.
And if she wasn't turned off that bully character guy by his song about kicking zombie ass and all that stuff.
Okay, that's top 3 songs.
It is a great.
She's like, you are a good mate, but that is a banger. And I'm sorry, but he wins.
He even brings the song back as like a little late refrain, doesn't
he? When you think it might be his heroic death, right?
Yeah.
He's like
killing zombies on the top of my class. I mean, yeah, I feel like this song definitely has the strongest. It's front loaded with the strongest songs. I feel like there are some songs a little bit later, maybe that don't.
That's every musical.
Yeah,
every musical. The first half is always where the bangers are.
You've said as much. You just saw Wicked for Good the other day, right, Stu?
It's true story. Yeah. I mean, like, think Rocky Horror, Hedwig, Blues Brothers. Like, most of the songs that you remember are kind of at the beginning. So
get a bloody final number written, isn't it? For God's sake.
The only one that could compete with it, maybe. The last couple of songs in Little Shop of Horrors are still good.
That's true. That's one of the times.
The exception that proves the rule.
That is one of the times that Stu was on the show, wasn't it? Yeah. So completely we haven't done this on purpose. You being on for musicals. Was there a musical number in Late Night with the Devil? It had to be like a little intro song.
No.
That's why he didn't like it.
That's why I didn't like it.
Oh yeah,
not about that one. Yeah.
0 out of 10, he said.
So what you're saying is just get the gay lad in to do all the musicals.
That's what we've done. We've hedged our bets. We're trying to expand our fan base a little bit, you know. Going, who likes musicals? The gays.
Yeah.
I hate them. I don't. I like this one. So all of her friends are dealing with their own issues. Obviously, her best friend John, who's secretly in love with her, he's dealing with his own issues. He's budding filmmaker Chris is struggling with a class assignment. Also,
he can't get his show reel right. It doesn't represent him.
Oh, Chris, yeah, that's right. Transfer student Steph, whose girlfriend has left her during the holiday break. Her parents are in Mexico. Apparently.
Rude.
How rude.
She's really pissed off about it as well.
She is really pissed off about
My wealthy parents have fucked off on holiday
She
to
receives
Mexico.
a lovely email as well. And I'm like, well, if there's a nice way to communicate these days, it's an email or an e-card. That's my favorite thing to receive during the holiday season. She's also trying to get her social justice reporting past the tyrannical vice president principal, Mr. Savage. No, that's a good name, isn't it?
Nick Savage.
Mr. Savage. Mr. Savage. Social justice warrior. What she's going on about homeless, isn't she? And he's like, I couldn't give a flying fuck.
He goes, actually, we, the school, are quite cozy with the county council.
Oh, yeah, he does say that.
The county council.
Nick, who's like obviously a bit of a knob, he apparently had a one-night stand with Anna, and then I think in a similar way to Jen in the IT crowd, when one of Adam and Joe keeps telling people that he slept with her. Let's not talk about the writer, of
just
course.
To become a ghost.
But similar to that, he's been telling people that, stop telling people you slept with me. He's making her life difficult, and also he's a bit of a bully. He draws on John's face with a pen.
Does draw on John's face with a pen. Does he do any other bully things?
I think just like shouts at people. They call Steph Annie Lennox as she walks past. Now let's get my head around this, right? Because these are supposed to be school kids, okay? Yeah. Annie Lennox is a bit
from
of a
Scotland.
Oh, right, no, okay. So that gives her more. I was gonna say
more cultural clout.
I had quite short blonde hair when I was at a certain workplace, and I was called Annie Lennox quite a bit. Okay, and even then, probably 10 or 15 years ago, I was going, get some bloody up-to-date references for fuck's sake.
Say I'm Britney Spears that time she had a breakdown.
Yeah, come on. And it's some paparazzi with an umbrella. I've got a big umbrella today, actually. That's perfect. I'm going to whack some passers-by on my way home.
Only if they call you Annie Lennox, though.
Yeah, for fuck's sake. Yeah, he's a bit like that. And he's got a crew of, like, knobheads as well. Yeah. Hasn't he?
Yeah. Just like, you know, sometimes when you see like a dog and it's like, this is if a child drew a dog and it's like, you know, long ears, sort of roughly Labrador shaped. His like sidekicks are like if you were to draw generic boys.
Generic boys, yeah. Generic fellas. I couldn't tell you one of their names either.
They're like the bully, they're like Malfoy's mates.
Yeah.
Just these bully lads.
Yeah, and that's when we get what's the first big number we get? You're looking at me like I've got the answers.
Do you want me to bring the soundtrack up?
I'll just give you some titles of the songs. And Human Voice is a song that's pretty good, isn't it?
Human Voice comes in.
Human Voice is a weird one because it almost feels like it's written for something else and they've just chucked it in.
Yeah, that's true. I think the first one was in the cafeteria. Is that right?
Is that Hollywood Endings? My favorite song.
I'll tell you what. The reason that's good is because it just includes just random characters like Dinner Lady and just like, some other one.
There's one bit. There's loads of kids like clearly in the cafeteria, like sitting on the tables. And there's a woman who I imagine is cast as like a teacher, but there's like all of a sudden just an adult woman in the middle of these. Hollywood Ending is the second one on the soundtrack between Christmas Means Nothing Without You, which I don't recall, and Breakaway. I think is when they're sort of lamenting their problems.
Soldier at War is the movie.
Soldier at War is the killing zombies one top of his class.
Nice. I'm a soldier of war. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go and listen to the soundtrack now because it has made me kind of think. Some of these songs are.
Many times. The thing I like about Hollywood Ending is that life isn't like the books, the films, or the songs. Ben.
No, it's not.
No one told you when you're young that was what it was.
Yeah, exactly.
And this film is very much. It did come out in the era of early MCU where Anna's mate fucking loves Iron Man. There's even a line in there about he doesn't have. That's when the bully's having a go.
Oh yeah,
he goes, go suck Iron Man's laser cock or something like that. And he goes, they're repulsor blasts. Yeah. It's got a lot of early MCU vibes to it, and we also get name checks of Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, Justin Bieber,
Robert Downey Jr. because feeding into the Iron Man.
Fuck, marry, kill, zombie Rihanna, zombie Beyonce, zombie Taylor Swift. Is that right?
Yeah, and it's like and that's when they're under the pool, isn't it? And it's like
kill.
It's like,
they're all zombies.
It's like I would, and they like say marry zombie Beyonce. And they go, you kill Rihanna.
Giving an answer, yeah.
So this is our introduction to all of the characters and the relationship between the characters as well. So Mr. Savage as well, he keeps saying something like, this school is going to be mine soon, isn't it? So he's like got evil overlord vibes as well, isn't he?
I like how he joins in like the Hollywood Ending song. We get like
oh yeah, just a little moment.
Just a bit of him. He's like, he's into it at the same time. He's joining in. It's a slightly keyed, ever so slightly different, and he's on his own.
There's some really good character stuff with this, especially like him as quite a generic villain, I guess. Where Tony, is it Tony the caretaker dude, the dad, he like says something like, "Oh, I was chatting to someone last night," and he goes, "Last night?" And he goes, "Yeah, the work drinks." Clearly, Mr. Savage hasn't been invited because he's he's ruining the vibe.
How has he got? If he's so unpopular, how has he got it past the board of governors that he's going to be the head teacher after the one we see with a "I'm retiring" badge leaves at the end of the year?
Oh yeah, that guy. So we also get, there's like a show that they're doing that night as well. I feel like the penguin fish wrap is pretty good.
The penguin fish wrap, yeah, we see them
I feel
as
that's
zombies
pretty
later.
good because that gets like no applause, and everybody's. I'm like, I'd be there for that if that was happening.
Yeah.
How can we describe the big musical number that the girlfriend of, is it Chris?
Oh, Chris has got a girlfriend. What's her name?
She's just like a super horny, like
An incredibly horny Santa baby, as if Santa baby isn't horny anyway.
And when this
how
film
are we supposed to
came-
feel about this as well? Because they are high school children in states of undress, right?
Yeah.
Tell me how you feel about it, Ben. I'll tell you if it was okay.
Confused.
Correct. I mean, what year did Anna and the Apocalypse come out?
I think it's 2017, isn't it? Yeah, 2017.
2017. A young Sabrina Carpenter watching a Christmas zombie movie made a career out of doing very saucy Christmas
Yeah.
songs.
Well, it's a bit like the Mean Girls thing, isn't it? Really,
It
that
is
they're
very-
doing.
yeah,
It is pretty much that.
Very Mean Girls. It's that iconic like musical number from that movie, but just like a horny version.
Just a horny version, like Santa emptying his sack, and
Yeah.
it's basically like Santa, will you bloody shag me for once and for all? with pretty much nothing to read in between the lines of that.
We are escalating as time goes on, though, between what we've had from Mean Girls to this to now. You heard Sabrina Carpenter's Christmas. She's a clean version and a dirty version, like a less clean version, I would say, that comes up on a random Spotify playlist. You know, when your parents are over and you're having to go doing the potatoes. I tell you what, it's saucy stuff.
Santa slip it in.
Yeah, it's something as literally. I don't know how many years we've got left before "Fist Me Santa, Fist Me Hard in the Arse." It's just a new song that's come out.
Like, mate, I'll tell you what. Next year, we're gonna need a charity single. I think Patreon funds are drying up.
So what's this? That Sam Smith's already bought it, I'm afraid.
Oh my god. Yeah, so this show's going on, and the reason Chris isn't at the show is because he's gone to help Steph do something, isn't she? Is that right? Yeah, something like that. They go to the bowling alley. Who works at the bowling alley?
Anna, and I think both of them.
Mike.
Whoa. Yeah, I've got to respect the fact that they work at a bowling alley and they just like lob shoes around as well.
At the owner.
knock out.
They knock out like
well.
a janitor, yeah, like a cleaner lady, knock her out, knock her clean out.
What trick is he trying to do? Like just throwing it into a bin?
Yeah, she did some kind of like hockey move, and then he put his hands over his eyes and just threw a shoe.
Yeah,
threw a shoe at a woman.
Who throws a shoe? So this is when the zombie infection starts spreading, and we get, Anna bumps into somebody who's a zombie and says like, "Oh, sorry." There are some zombies banging on the door when Mr. Savage opens the door and says, "You bloody go away." No one there. I think it's those tiny little breadcrumbs of the zombie infection spreading, which I think are always good in any zombie movie. Thinking of things like let's say Dawn of the Dead, the remake, when
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead, obviously, absolutely, yeah. with them coming back, walking back from the pub and seeing people, or like, I do like a scene where somebody walks through carnage and doesn't realize. I think that's always good. Yeah. Because we go, "Oh, they bloody noticed that," but
they're Mr. Beaning through it.
Yeah, but I like things like Dawn of the Dead remake when Sarah Polley's character is working in the hospital and we see people, more and more people coming in and stuff like that, and that's all just in the background. These characters don't necessarily talk about this. They don't go, "Oh my god, someone's been bitten and something else has happened." I like that when it's kind of like just the background is breadcrumbing the story.
Lovely bit of like sort of exposition FM is on in the radio. He says the Santa from their town is
Yeah.
in the hospital today. He's a bit
I do
poorly.
love that when you see someone like the film have had to create a legally distinct BBC News.
Someone's on the red background,
Yeah.
little red thing, and they say
The latest news from this station.
this is the British Broadcasting. Oh, shit, we've done two of the same now.
Two of the same, can't do that.
Condominium. The building.
Oh yeah, brilliant. This is GB News. Oh no, not that one.
Some credibility, please.
So the following day, this is when we get another big musical number as Anna and John are leaving for school. I guess what's key here is that they don't see their parents in the morning, do they?
Yeah, and this is probably my other favorite scene where she's just kind of going through the housing estate and there's just carnage everywhere and like houses on fire and people running for their lives, and she's just like skipping down the street and just completely oblivious and obviously bursting into song. And that was the bit that sold me on the film. When I was watching it the first time, I remember thinking, actually it's quite funny, it's a genius.
Like a lollipop man zombie, a builder zombie, some schoolgirls attacking zombies that will like inadvertently save Anna. Sometimes when I watch a zombie film like this, I always think I want to see a zombie film where someone just stays at home. I know nothing much would happen there, but most of the time, it's probably gonna be all right for a while. If you've got a big shop in recently, you'll be fine for a few weeks.
And everyone's got extra tinnies in the house, haven't you? Extra beans.
Extra beans. Oh, beans for everyone. Pineapple rings for dinner again, is it, Andy? Bloody hell. It's like that. It's like that at my house anyway.
You got you've been growing your veg in the garden, little mission out there to get that in.
Yeah, that'd be good. A really low budget staying at home during a zombie apocalypse movie is what we need.
What would you call it, Ben? Title. Hardest bit.
Oh, God, don't put me on the spot. Jesus. Homes and no, I don't know.
Homes with a Z.
Yeah, we've got it. Homes. I was going to say Homes
under the Hammer.
I was going to say Homes Under the Hammer, but then it's Dion Dublin needs to be involved somehow.
if it's him in it,
he's in it. Dion Dublin.
Homes Under the Hammer. Homes with a Z, starring Dion Dublin.
Dion Dublin, just absolutely.
And he's got to
tooled up,
and he's got to stay hidden in his house until who's the other host?
I don't know.
Until the powerhouses of British property, Kirsty and Phil, can come.
Because you know what? Talking about like hiding in the house, one of my favourite parts, and you may say, shut up, there's a boring bit, of 30 Days a Night is when they all just stay in the attic for ages. That's a great bit. Until one of them, or until a dotty older person decides to go downstairs and open the front door. Do you remember?
And fuck them all.
Yeah.
They could have stayed hidden for 2 more days.
Yeah.
It would have been a boring ending, but just that vampire going, go.
Yeah, we gotta go.
We gotta kill. There's more lads here. What do you want me to do? We've had 29 and a half days a night.
I just love the mundane nature of it. Just chilling in the attic,
having a little
30
shave,
days.
eating
It's
some pineapple slices.
It's beautiful. So yeah, we get this scene, which is great, and obviously the musical number that goes alongside. But then Anna and John meet up, and they first encounter a zombie dressed as a snowman. And Anna decapitates him.
Have his head off
with a seesaw,
which was really unexpected and quite brutal, and really well done.
And I guess John reacts how you would react to seeing someone get decapitated,
just
screaming. Yeah.
Valid.
So dressed as like a big kind of fiberglass snowman with the face like pulled off.
It's like the clip that's doing the rounds this time of year every year. That woman on GMTV, or is it This Morning, who has like a pathological fear of snowmen, and they open the curtains.
Oh God, yeah, I've seen that. Why do they always do that?
This woman turns and cries.
Why does someone expect to go on one of those shows and not expect to have to face their fear? I'm absolutely terrified of snowmen. Oh, that's good. There's not a snowman anywhere near you. You're fine.
Just go in and say, I am absolutely bone-chillingly, mortifyingly afraid of checks for £1 million and gobbies.
That's a complete...
Sit down, Phil.
That's a complete... That's a completely different episode of This Morning. I'm really terrified of those massive Toblerones. I hate them. I hate them. What's that? You got loads of them? Oh no! bloody hell.
I hate volleyball teams. No, every time one comes on.
Every time one comes on, I got to put a cushion on my lap.
I get so nervous.
Get so nervous for the result. At the school, so there's a group of adults, including Chris's grandmother, Mr. Savage, Tony and Lisa. They're all taking refuge. There's a bit of the film missing here, isn't there? Where we see all of these people, and forgive me if this is in the film, but I'm sure it's not, where we see them all staying there, like, because they can't get out and go
Yeah, we
out.
don't see them get in, but they are all kind of sheltering in place. Another good name for a staying at home zombie movie.
Yeah.
They're sheltering in place, and we have forgive me, I've watched the extended version, but I don't know which bits are extended. In the original cut, is this where you get a song about gotta
Which
decide
side are
if
you on?
Yeah, which side are you on? Are you going to be nice or a piece of shit?
Which is basically like, it's quite political, this song. Especially when you get like 5 people on the side of be nice and everybody else on the side of piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I quite liked it. I mean, I like the fact that obviously they take refuge in the bowling alley as well, because that's a great place to obviously fend off the undead. But yeah, being stuck in like the school or somewhere like that, I guess they'd have quite a lot of school dinners to get through.
But the bloody principal, the guy, is still charging people for bottles of water.
That's why in this emergency, I guess he thinks it's all going to blow over, so he's gonna make a tidy
one free caramel wafer or something like that. If you're lucky.
Taking their milk off him like Thatcher.
That's right. You never guess which side he's on.
Bloody Thatcher. Well, he's the one who ends up eating his Christmas dinner alone later on in the film. So yeah, they go and take refuge in the bowling alley, which is where they find their friends as well, don't they? Yeah. They find what are their names? Steph and Chris. Yeah. That's where they meet Steph and Chris, and that's a bit like, oh, see, we knew you were going to be here. I told you were going to be here, like, because obviously John works there. They say the back door was open. They spend the night as well, don't they? Oh yeah, at night when everything's blowing up as well, and everyone's like, it's terrifying. Well, they probably need to blow stuff up. That Chris is like, we all know someone like this as well, where someone looks out of a window and sees zombie army people and just goes, oh my god, the snow's gone. We all know someone who's like that. It's no disrespect. It's usually an older person where they go, oh my god, and you go, what could possibly be happening?
There's a cat in the garden.
Yeah. There's a cat in the garden. Oh, it's gone now. That kind of attitude, and again, I like that. I think that was I like it when little bits of the script are kind of like that. They spend the night in a ball pool as well. How do you feel about that?
I mean, there's going to be all sorts in there.
Yeah,
but it's all right because they have done it after they've had an action scene of annihilating loads, like a zombie stag do.
Yeah.
And that cleaner lady.
What's going on with? There's a really weird bit of music playing while this happens. Do you remember?
Yeah, there was a sort of rave tune going on. Yeah, they were like dancing around on the bowling alley lanes, and they're hitting them with like they did the sort of double whammy with 2 bowling balls and like splattered on their heads.
Why didn't they just keep those bowling balls? Because you could have you could have defeated the zombie apocalypse with that.
The zombie head coming back out of the bowling ball thing is a pretty good touch.
I like that. I like that. And then you realise that the song that's been playing in the background was coming through the CDJs because she turned it off.
That's right.
Which I thought was quite funny.
Yeah, because I think they nudge the like CD player before they walk in.
Yeah,
I guess like Shaun of the Dead jukebox.
Yeah, this
style.
It shows that people loved that Shaun of the Dead scene. It was like an iconic one, and it shows there was more mileage in that kind of vignette. Like, you can do a wonderful set piece like that in a movie like this in a different scenario, different thing, and we saw it in great effect in like Zombieland as well, right? With they did the zombie kill of the week. You can do fun stuff with people in interesting settings.
Yeah, definitely.
Killing zombies.
I mean, I've recently, well, I say recently, probably like 6 months ago, but played through Dead Island 2. And there's so many really good side stories that are like this, that are like really over the top and fun, and a lot of like gamification, like high scores, and loads of cool or like killing zombies with different combinations of weapons and other. Did you play Dead Island 2 this year?
No, I played the first one. I haven't played the second one.
The second one is just
I really like this game.
Yeah, the second one I didn't expect to like it, but it was really good. And again, I just love this kind of like mundane stuff where you're like, escort this person who's still like an ice cream man or something.
Yeah.
They're still going around being an ice cream van. Escort them. Shoot the zombies when they try and get you.
I might get on, like, I know Dead Island 2 I might get stuck into. I'm not sure I had the same issue that made me bounce off Dead Island 1, though. That's right. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Bloody Wild. Weapons that
God.
break.
Oh, weapons that break.
Breakable
Oh, man.
weapons.
That's
Fuck off. My stuff in real life breaks. Not in a game, please.
That's in loads of games now.
Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yeah, metal pipe breaking.
Yeah. I've whacked this bloody mushroom head. Oh, jeez. Steady on. We've all been there. Bloody hell, I've battered me mushroom head to. I'm now my pipe's broken. Come again, Joel. Please. I couldn't possibly.
Spuffing dust. Right. We've done one musical this year, and this is the bawdiest episode we've done. We have to update the explicit tags on IMDb.
It's because we're in person, through Zoom sometimes. There's pheromones in the air now. That's what's going on. So yeah, this is when we get the scene when they leave. So obviously we get this big fight scene, and they spend the night in the bowling alley, and then we get the scene afterwards with them.
The army have come. They fucked it.
The army have come and fucked it. They're all zombies immediately, and then they escape with a paddling pool in their head, similar to Jack Sparrow and Orlando Bloom with a boat on their head in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Escaping the British Navy.
I completely forgot about that. That's very true, actually.
But did you say you like this scene? Did you say?
I liked. I thought it was quite fun, and I wasn't expecting it. But also, I did like the bit where she was like, "Is that zombie lady pissing on my head?" It's like warm paddling pool.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite funny.
Warm paddling pool. And I often have thought this. The zombie apocalypse, when people go, what would you do? What weapon would you have? I'm like, wrap yourself up in a big duvet and just like...
Duna Man.
Just like bounce off the bloody zombies, And this is a similar thing, I guess.
Imagine if you were Noel Edmonds and you had a Mr. Blobby costume.
Oh my God, you'd be great. People used to... There was a period of time where putting magazines on your arms was a thing in zombie media. World War Z and Walking Dead, I think they both did it. What magazines would you have on your arms?
Print media is not what it used to be then.
Would you have a glossy or a matte finish?
You'd want a glossy, I think.
Yeah. Teeth
But
would be less likely to...
FHM's not around anymore.
No.
You'd have to get a gentleman's quarterly, wouldn't you?
Get yourself a WH Smith. They got every magazine under the sun.
Oh, you know what you want, Ben?
Go on.
The Argus catalogue.
Oh, wow.
The Argus catalogue?
No getting through that.
I reckon too heavy and you'd move too slow.
Oh, yeah. Or, I mean, for me, it'd be like those old Mega Drive magazines. The really, like, stupidly thick ones that are just full of
Sega
adverts.
Power?
Yeah. Perfect. That would go round well.
You wouldn't want them damaged, though. You'd be fuming at each zombie that took a chomp out of it.
Yeah, you're going to want but, I guess in a crisis.
In a crisis, yeah. So they leave like that, and this is when they get, I guess, kind of saved because some zombies like spot Anna, don't they? And
she goes to peep out, and there's a zombie prone on the floor.
Yeah,
and he sees them because these zombies appear to have to look at you in the face to recognize that you're not a zombie.
Yeah,
if you just sneak around them, then it's fine. They're basically, if you've got a Soliton radar, if you're Solid Snake, you can avoid their cone of vision.
Avoid their cone of vision. And this is when we get Nick, who is like I want to say bully, but I mean, he's just a bit abrasive in terms of character. And his mates turn up and they're enjoying the carnage. And this is when we get, I guess, probably the best musical number of the...
Yeah, it is a banger. I mean, I still love the Hollywood endings. That's my favorite.
Yeah. This is the campus one, though.
Oh, yeah, for real. And the fact that they gave that to the school bully, it made it even better.
Yeah, and they've got like trolley loads worth of different goodies that they're using to kill,
including a watermelon.
Which is that's really weird.
Eat that.
But he smashes his watermelon like on a zombie's head and makes quite a sexual face. And the watermelon goes everywhere. Did you notice that? I was like, what are they getting at here? Are they trying to say? I don't know. Who knows? They're trying to do a melon off. not the melon off. Not the melon off. So yeah, then they all team up.
I like this song, and we like the bully character. His dad is an army man, right?
His dad is an army man, and clearly there's like a little bit of tension there because I think someone says something about his dad, and he goes, "Don't you bloody mention my dad!" And we go, "Oh yeah, bully character of daddy issues, is it?" But This
It
character.
does reveal a bit later on that his dad is mean because his dad. We ultimately learn a bit later when his dad did get bitten. He's like, "Smash me in with a baseball bat, will you? And do something right for once in your bloody life."
Watching your bloody useless life and sing a bloody song about it while you're at it. You twat.
Still revere my career, a soldier, and sing about yourself being a
Soldier of war.
Good, thank you.
Cheers. So yeah, they get a new couple of additions to the group. Then this is obviously a bad idea, isn't it? When they're sort of traveling across town, so they're trying to go to the school essentially to meet up with everybody else, the girlfriend of Chris and the parents of the others.
They think that everyone is going to be.
Everyone's there, everyone's safe, and the army are going to get them out from there. Is what they think.
And it's where Anna's dad is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. It's where Anna's dad is, and he's obviously stressed and upset. He has a quiet cry out the window or something.
He does some songs. Like usually, he is part of like a refrain. Anytime Anna and the guys out on the road have a thing, there's always like a little bit that will go to him.
Yeah,
and it'd be like, they'd be like looking out there. They're looking under the same moon, the same sky.
I like that musical stuff. I think it's really good to sort of like establish where characters are at in this particular storyline. Where do they cut through? They cut through like a
dangerous Christmas tree forest.
dangerous...
Might as well be called Ambush Woods.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously a bad idea, and it is such a bad idea because all of the friends of Nick, friends with no names, who could possibly be in danger of dying in this film? The characters who no one knows the names of, maybe.
Before they get slurped off, though, into the Christmas forest. Speaking of friends, someone else gets firmly placed in that category.
Oh, Jono.
Just before they go in. Not Jono. They have a friends that, like, one of those things, and a moment of seriousness. I think this is very skillfully done, where John's obviously building up to having this conversation as they're pushed along, saying, well, you know, you're going to get through this, and I'll come and see you, and I'll do all these wonderful things. And it's clear that this is a thing that he has been building up in his head this whole time to reveal to his friend Anna that he has feelings for her. And I think is obviously is such a case for so many times, and this must happen in real life. She already bloody knows, and she doesn't want you to have this conversation. And she just reminds me as a friend though, and he's like, "What? Yeah, fine."
As a friend, though, because actually I think you're mean. Doesn't say that. She's pretty nice about it. So yeah, but essentially applying that she does know about his feelings, but does not reciprocate, because they're talking about that she still plans to travel despite everything that has happened. You know, who knows if she's going to.
But that's another twist that I quite liked about it, because instead of her being like, "Oh my god, I had no idea, I just see you as a friend," instead it's like, obviously she's noticed that this could be the case, but she's like, actually no,
more realistic, I guess. Yeah, like that. Very nuanced, we should say. And at school, Savage fights to maintain authority as the others plan their evacuation. Yeah, so tensions are running high at the school as well, and maybe it's quite obvious that something sinister is afoot with Mr. Savage involved.
Yeah, now the army hasn't come in the first place. He's kind of like, more people are on the side of, well, let's actually work together.
Yeah.
At this point, right? We've got to go through the Christmas forest. The lads get eaten up and immediately turn to zombies. But we have one more little chat where Jono talks about like maybe they could be together, and when they sort of reconcile for the hurt feelings a little bit, and they go to like hold hands as friends. And this is a moment where he's like, "Of course, I'll be there for you as a friend. Like, you're too important to me as a friend to lose it because I wanted something more.
But I'll wear you down."
But, like,
will you go out?
but if you do want to go out with me,
like how all our grandparents got together. But while they're making that connection, bloody zombie comes and bites him on the arm.
Oh, very stringy looking zombie bite as well. That really gets a big stringy bit of him.
Big old tendons.
Big old tendons, yeah. He gets Anna to safety, but sacrifices himself to distract the zombies. Nick, proper like, leave him, he's dead. All right, give him a chance. First of all, your knobhead mates are killing him. Second of all, he's just, this is like, I kept thinking, like, this is the end of his story. Like, it's really sad when you think about it.
He was the one character where I was actually quite gutted that he died. But
well, I think how he must feel as well, because he literally watches someone he's essentially a little bit jealous of now taking his place as Anna's.
You know, it feels like this needed, you two.
Come on.
Would you have liked a song? for him to watch them walk away. Maybe like the zombies have fought off and then he's just left there. Would you have liked a song
Yeah,
with
that
him
could have been good.
turning?
With it, as he's
I-
turning, his speech gets really slurry, and he just
I liked-
turns into
Yeah.
I liked seeing him a little bit later with his little jumper lighting up.
Yeah.
when he hits the button by accident, and then it all starts lighting up. I was like,
When people turn into zombies, there's a couple of nice touches, isn't there? There's a couple of nice touches, and again, this is a bit of a spoiler because we haven't said this yet. But Chris, when he becomes a zombie, and so does his girlfriend, although it happens off screen to her, when they're walking past each other and they like touch hands.
They still brush hands.
that was really cute. I thought it was nice.
That was nice. I like that. That tiny bit of humanity left. The survivors, then there's not many of them left, but they reach the school.
And off screen, Mr. Savage has fucked it.
Yeah, but again, like there's a lot of things that happen off screen, and I don't know. I feel split with this because sometimes I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool that we haven't seen it because now we're with the characters trying to find out what happened, and we don't know what to expect. But also, I'm a bit like, it would have been nice to see some of these moments just to see exactly what we were dealing with there. But it's his last ditch measure of control because he says something like, you're lucky that they're here because they were very, very close to evacuating. They're very, very close to escaping.
I've got to say now that thinking about that, maybe that some of that stuff is in the extended version that you watched, and now I need to watch the extended version to figure out.
Oh, what you? Yeah. So yeah, in the special extended Blu-ray, again, sadly, didn't mark which were extended. Like we don't see the doors open or him stopping them from escaping. We know that people have turned on him at the school,
Right.
and then it is strongly implied in a scene where he basically says, "Oh, they were gonna fucking just let anyone in, so I did."
Right.
So he's basically let zombies into the school because he's lost control of that situation.
And then he's at his Christmas dinner. Is it Christmas Day yet in this film?
Don't know what
don't
day
know,
it is.
'cause
The school is still open. Come on, school's
I was
gonna
going to
break
say
up.
you can't be eating your Christmas dinner, but then again, you always have an early
Your school
Christmas dinner.
dinner.
School Christmas dinner isn't the same, is it?
What's on like the 18th?
What's the earliest date you've had a Christmas dinner?
Oh, it would have been mid-December. It would have been.
Would you have a Christmas dinner on 1st of December, Andy?
If it came down to it, Ben.
Would you have had a festive munchbox?
If we'd been downstairs and there was a festive lunchbox here at Low and Slows, then I'd have gone for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all right. Just dox me, why don't you?
Oh my God, yeah. That's an incredible dox. It was not quite exactly correct. Kind of. Do you want us to cut that out? Sure.
Filming live from Madrid this week, everybody.
We're live.
What a snutchus, Ben.
We're live from Little Haven, Scotland. It's lovely here. So what happens next? Oh yeah, so the students go into that room with the zombies, and there's obviously a moment where they see a lot of dead parents, and I think they're obviously all worried it's going to be one of their parents, I guess. Tony, Anna's dad. But no, it's not. He's not one of them.
He's busy being tied to a chair in a hostage. He's been Princess Peach, doesn't he?
He's been absolutely Princess Peach. Anna and Nick split off to search for Tony, while Steph and Chris go to look for his family and Steph's car keys. Oh, get your priorities straight, Steph, for God's sake.
Well, their family were in Mexico.
yeah, it's true. Should we go look for my family? Yeah. What about my car keys? Get over it. A group of zombies separate Nick and Anna. Chris finds his girlfriend Lisa, but his grandmother has already died of a heart attack. Because there was a moment earlier in the film when he said, "Oh, she needs help because she's having she's got a dodgy ticker and she's struggling a little bit."
But they live in the opposite to Walking Dead world, right? So if you die of a heart attack, then you don't come back as a zombie.
Yeah, if you die of a heart attack,
Right.
Because Mr. Savage says, turns out if you do kill people and then they get bitten, they don't come back. So he's obviously killed someone as well, right?
Yeah.
He's killed people. Bloody hell, Mr. Savage.
We've stopped looking at you for a few minutes.
Chris, Steph, and Lisa find the car keys in Savage's office. Why are the car keys getting their own bloody subplot? What's going on? My favorite. Who's your favorite character in the apocalypse? I love the car keys. They were great.
Yeah.
They didn't get enough screen time.
when it comes to operating a car, they're the top of their class.
But then didn't she go through the lost property and there was a dildo in there?
Yeah.
Is that in the extended cut, Andy?
It's in both cuts, Ben.
In a high school.
I don't remember that.
I guess you would confiscate it.
Maybe
if you're a responsible
Yeah.
teacher. We get this back at the end of the day.
I think I've become dildo blind to things now. I don't see a dildo go, it's a bloody dildo. I just go, some paraphernalia there. And there's some bits and bobs. Who knows what it is?
Misk.
Chris and Lisa both get bitten when they're trying to escape. Bloody hell. Out of order, isn't it? This film's brutal, isn't it, for killing people? Because
beloved characters.
Characters that
the opposite of characters in Killer Christmas.
We talk about Stranger Things having characters having plot armor and stuff. These characters need some bloody plot armor. I'll tell you that.
No one's safe. Which is, I mean, I'm glad that Steph kind of survives, but like,
yeah.
Basically, the only one who's moderately safe is Anna, and that's because her name is literally in the title.
Yeah. Anna finds Savage in the auditorium where he is using Tony, her dad, as bait for the zombies. Anna frees her dad, and then the two men have a dust-up, have a one-on-one.
A dust-up song.
A dust-up song, yeah, of course. Yeah, does it?
Yeah, and then he gets...
She has a really great fight scene with the giant candy cane.
Giant candy cane with a spike on the end of it, yeah.
Exactly.
Savage falls to the zombie. This is really interesting.
He crowd surfs away.
He crowd surfs away. So this is weird, isn't it? Because it's a bit like what's his name? What's his name from Black Books? Who's in Shaun of the Dead? Irish. Dylan Moran. It's a bit like his character's death in Shaun of the Dead. Getting ripped apart. And I guess that in itself is a Dawn of the Dead homage, isn't it? But there's a really interesting moment where Mr. Savage crowd surfs on them. He falls onto them. I don't know what does this represent? It almost represents him having such a skewed perspective of the world that even in his last moments like this, there's a moment where he thinks these zombies bloody love me.
He's finally been accepted and is popular.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Is the song I just quickly looked? Is it "Give Them a Show"? Their final, their sort of standoff.
I do want to listen to the soundtrack again. But yeah, there's this standoff. Do you think it's a satisfying comeuppance for Mr. Savage?
I do, but I get what you mean. When he's sort of being held up, it's almost like they're sort of exalting this guy who's just as horrible as they are. Basically, that's kind of what I took from it. But it was quite satisfying to see him getting eaten.
I think anyone getting torn apart by zombies is always good, isn't it? It's always effective because we always think about it like that Tom Savini effect from Dawn of the Dead that obviously he masterminded, and we think, I wonder how effects teams recreated it, whether they borrowed anything from that in particular.
And obviously reminds you, great justice for the time that actor was mean in his character Dennis Pennis, Steve Martin on the red carpet, and asked him why he wasn't funny anymore.
Oh yeah. Poor Steve Martin.
Steve Martin's at home. That's what you fucking get.
Eat it, Mr. fucking Savage.
Steve Martin, why are you watching Anna and the Apocalypse again? Yeah. for the fifth night on the trot.
You're gonna wear that's not how Blu-rays work, Marjorie.
So. Yeah, and then so this obviously we get the reveal that Tony, the dad, has also been bitten
in the kerfuffle.
Which is a bit of a trope. It's a zombie movie trope, isn't it? Where it's like, oh, look down, oh no, I've been accidentally bitten, and that bit I thought was a bit hokey.
It's a bit hokey, but it is a trope. I do like that trope when someone's been shot as well, because they'll just go about their business until they notice they've been shot, and then they die. 2 weeks later, hang on a minute, I think I've been. Oh fuck! It's one of those.
They proper man on fire it. They get to stay alive until they don't need to be alive anymore. Although we do, I guess, typically this is what we suggested for Jono, right? We do kind of get a goodbye song from him as Anna goes.
Yeah.
As Anna heads off.
It's like a song that Anna and Nick, is it Anna singing it, but her dad gets to do some bits.
And then as he sits there, sort of being a bit more zombie-ish.
Yeah, and then we see different characters who've been zombified throughout the film, including John in his jumper, again, which is nice. So Nick arrives in time for Anna to bid her father goodbye and prepare for one last stand. They go out in the car again. This is, I don't know. Zombie films, especially the way they end, always kind of get me a little bit. Always make me feel really like low and just like upset and just like, oh god, now because they can never really end happily, can they? It's like, and now on to the next place to try and survive. And there's a moment in this film where all the zombies are climbing over the fence and they're almost like giving up. And no matter who survives,
He'd have been fine though. He's the bloody top of his class.
I don't believe it. I reckon if he was the top of his class, everyone would have survived, especially his friend.
They're greengrocers with loads of melons, and he'll just be like taking them out left, right, and centre.
Bloody greengrocers. Where's the nearest greengrocers, Siri? I found all these places for you. They're great. They all sell melons. And this is when Steph arrives, rescues them in her car. Luckily, car keys survived as well.
Yeah, the car keys, thank God.
And this is when Anna finally leaves Little Haven to look for a safe place, which is obviously ironic considering the place is called Little Haven.
There you go.
And that's the end.
And then we get a jump scare at the end. With
a mid-credit scene jump scare. Yeah,
where there's a Merry Christmas like banner going across the screen, and as it goes across the screen, you get a zombie Santa go. Rah!
I turned it off immediately. It went like this. It went directive.
The rest of us, Ben, will get in to watch a reprise of some of those songs.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's
the animation as well. That's really cute.
Oh yeah.
At the end, so I quite like
same animation as at the start.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
I like the animation. It was good. I think I had places to be. I watched it at 1.5 speed. No, I didn't. I would never do that.
Those songs are nice. Never so squeaky, though.
Not a bloody Alvin and the Chipmunks singing it. Alvin and the Chipmunks, are you doing this? What are you doing? Okay. So there we go. That's Anna and the Apocalypse. How should we just do standard rating?
Do some rating?
Yeah, because I mean, you've definitely not got a quiz in front of you.
No, I haven't been writing one.
I mean, what I could do is sing a song from the. No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Rate the film. Rate good. Rate bad. Pluses and minuses allowed. How would you rate Anna and the Apocalypse? Stu.
I'd give it a B. I think it's a solid, like it's an entertaining horror-esque film, but also it's camp as fuck, and it's a really good seasonal movie. Like it's a good Christmas movie to watch. It's something that you could probably watch with your family, and even though it's quite gory and has a dildo in the lost property, you'd still all enjoy it.
Yeah, unless they got dildo blindness, then they'll be all right.
What's this miscellaneous rubbish? They've got
a B. I mean, I was going to go for a B as well. I think I gave it like 7 out of 10 on the old letterbox. And I watched it. I watched this film for the first time last year. And sometimes I'm definitely not a watch a film once a year type of person, unless it's like my ultimate favorite films. But with this, I watched it and I was still engaged. And I still liked the songs. And I still enjoyed the story and I enjoyed everything about it. And didn't kind of go, oh yeah, this bit, oh yeah, that bit. So I think a B because it's solid, and I would recommend it to fans of zombie movies, fans of Christmas comedies, fans of musicals. It covers a lot of things,
all those essential points.
What is essential points, Andy?
For me, I'm going to join these lads on a B, and I feel I need to qualify this. B's all round. I need to especially qualify this, given our last couple of weeks, Ben, where I had some mild disdain for Keeper and then really absolutely ever-kicking to GDT's Frankenstein. But
yeah, you did.
Production-wise,
cheer up.
Both of them, like, there's a production, there's a value there that has, certainly I would say, more of a polish than that you see in Anna and the Apocalypse. But don't have the same heart, don't have the same amount of enjoyment that I could pull from this quite silly movie that has a lot of doesn't really translate for overseas audiences, but like a proper BBC in-house production, like you get from your Christmas movies like Nativity. Like,
I just love a bit of whimsy.
Yeah, but there's a bit of whimsy in there, and it's just good fun. And so it's an enjoyment level score. I won't promise not to have a complicated internal scoring metric. The letter that's coming out of my mouth is almost at random every week. But I enjoy this film a great deal. Is it one I watch every year? Maybe, maybe not. But I'm always going to enjoy it at this time of year if it gets onto those playlists. And I have, after watching it for the second time this year, I think we must have watched it similarly around the same sort of time, Ben. I think watching it for the first time, for another time this year, I've immediately got on Spotify, found the songs that are on there, And I had a little blast of them again because they are a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and a great way to start December. Watch it on the 1st of December. This is our first December episode of the month. So. Hell yes. Okay, so thanks for joining us, Stu. Thanks for allowing us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for us joining you, I guess. Where can our listeners find you online? Jesus,
Jeez.
Steady on, mate. Where can our listeners find you online? Your YouTube channel, Instagram, all that stuff.
So if you are on the YouTubes and you want to watch me recommended some really random niche movies, horror and otherwise, StooTubes, it's STOOTOOB. I haven't made a video in a little while, but I do have a long list of videos that I need to make, so I will get on it soon. But all the ones that I've put on there seem to be still doing really well, so I love that for me.
I love that for you too, Stu. Absolutely. And then Instagram, did you say?
So StooTubes on Instagram as well. I've now started a letterboxd with the same. Yeah, everyone's kind of twisting my arm to do it. I do forget sometimes and have to go back and do stuff. I also tend to watch a movie and think that was fucking great, and then a couple of days later think actually it was just all right, and then go back and change my rating. So make sure that you go back and check on my scores a few
Periodically
days later.
look back.
I'm definitely a rating changer as well. I've done that a few times. Okay. Well, yeah, thanks very much for joining us, Stu. It's been an absolute pleasure. And we'll get you back on the show another time. Maybe not for a musical, because, we don't want to just typecast you.
We're going to pick the most out of character film.
Yeah. This song's absolutely no music. It's got no dialogue. It's got no sound.
Something completely amelodic, so Drake will be in it. That's right. I fucking got him.
God, what did he do? Catching strays over there. Fucking hell. But yeah, what a great way to start December. Looking forward to more festive treats for the rest of the month. So please join us. This is probably like our most stacked month ever in terms of guests, isn't it?
Think so.
So who can believe it? I can. Can you?
To make a point of difference, I can.
I'm glad someone can. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed the show, become a patron at patreon.com/horror hangout. Thanks to Taj Easton for our theme music. Thanks to Acast and Rusty Quill for hosting the show. Please consider giving us a rating or review. It should probably be 5 stars. It's about the time of the year that your Spotify Wrapped is coming out as well. And sometimes, if you listen to a lot of podcasts, you'll get a little podcast chart as well. If Horror Hangout does appear on that, please post about it, tag us, let us know if we've made your top 5, Stu.
It does every year.
It does every year. That's good. That's good because he listens to 5 podcasts only. And that's it. That's how it works.
But we are 4th.
But we are 4th on that list.
In your face-off menu.
Fred's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, on YouTube. We're on all of those. horrorhangout.co.uk for everything in one place. And next week, Don't Open Till Christmas with Liam Regan.
Right. Until next time, everybody. Ben, did anyone ever tell you when you were young that life's not like the books, the films, or the songs?
Well, they never did, but I'll be carrying that for the
we're
rest
tired
of
of
my
pretending,
life.
Ben, because there's no such thing as a Hollywood ending. Or is there? Join us next week to find out. Bye for now.
Bye-bye now. See you soon.